The city of McAllen rejected a permit application for a company to drill for oil and gas near a residential neighborhood in part of the city, as we have been reporting. But as CBS 4's Imelda Mejia explains, the company could easily put in another request.
McAllen residents packed the city council meeting Monday, voicing their concerns over potential drilling in North McAllen. Despite rejecting Plano-based Texaco company's permit request, laws in place show that any oil and gas company can easily return with another application. A state law in 2015 passed and signed by the state governor limits local government's power to stop fracking or drilling in city limits.
And it basically gave oil and gas companies a lot of power over local municipal power, placing industry first. Industry is extremely important in the state of Texas. However, I think HB 40 went too far.
While HB 40 became law, McAllen's ordinance allowing them to refuse any drilling permits was grandfathered in, as it didn't outright ban oil and gas companies. Representative Terry Canales wrote House Bill 3403. It states that local government would have the authority to require oil and gas companies to remain at least 1,500 feet away from any school or child care facility.
I'm a parent before I'm for oil and gas, and I'm a big proponent of industry, and I think that they do a lot for Texas. In fact, they comprise a large portion of our budget. But when it comes to our children, we need to make sure that our children are safe.
The most recent permit application for oil and gas drilling was in North McAllen. Only one house received notice, as it was the only one within 400 feet of the drill site. By law, only residents living within that distance must be notified.
We're always trying to do our best to improve for our families, and then all of a sudden this show up and we will be having problems. So there's fumes, there's chemicals, there's a lot of noise.
While La Fuente is the only one living within 400 feet of the site, he is not the only resident in the area.
And extends all the way across to 10th Street to another large neighborhood, and underneath a brand new neighborhood. It will affect those homes over there in the future. Yet part of our ordinance doesn't include them to be noticed at all. So because of that, I think that something needs to change within the ordinance itself.
And when you have a drilling rig emitting toxic gases, and this is a hydrogen sulfide field, which is a highly poisonous and toxic substance, with the prevailing winds taking those gases into neighborhoods and homes where children sleep, it could be very damaging.
In fact, recent growth in McAllen is toward the north side, with a lot of new developments coming. With Canales' proposal, the proposed drilling sites near Main and Frontera Road wouldn't be permitted.
All of a sudden there could be an accident, as we've seen happen before in other areas. So in order to maintain security for kids, we should be able to act and speak out.
The most recent permit targeted the North McAllen area, but residents say this is something that could affect anyone in any part of town. In McAllen, Imelda Mejia, CBS 4 News and ValleyCentral.com.
Representative Canales says his bill has yet to have a hearing, so it looks like it might not move forward, but he wants it to act as a talking point to push action in the future.